Happy Thanksgiving. This is our Soulful Eats with Lisa J. Happy Thanksgiving edition, and we are going to show you some quick tips to put your Thanksgiving feast together. So I'm going to start off by wishing everybody happy Thanksgiving, and I'm going to go right into it. I'm going to show you how I make my mouth-watering sweet potato pie. Everybody knows you got to have some type of pie on your table. I like sweet potatoes, so we're going to get going. I have already peeled, cooked, and mashed my sweet potatoes. This is 3 sweet potatoes. To that, we're going to add 1/3 cup of light brown sugar, a cup of white sugar. We're going to need about a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of vanilla, 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of softened butter, and we're going to need a 1/2 cup of evaporated milk, and we're going to need about a 1/4 teaspoon of white salt. We're going to put all this together. I'm going to show you how this is going to come together. Our pie crust, though, is frozen, so I've let this unthaw. We're going to blind bake our pie shells. That is going to keep our pie crust from being gummy and doughy on the bottom. So I'm going to pop these in the oven. We're going to take a fork, poke holes in the bottom of your shell, throw them in the oven, and let them bake for about 10-15 minutes until they're like not brown, but just soft enough so that when we put our filling in, it won't be gummy when we put our pie filling in. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to do this, and we're going to put it all together. So stick with me and come right back. Now we're going to put our pie crust in our oven, which is preheated to 350 degrees. And we're going to let these bake for about 15 minutes. We don't want to cook them all the way. We don't want them to brown. We just want them to kind of get that doughiness out. I'm setting my oven for 15 minutes. And if you didn't notice, I did poke holes in the bottom of it that lets the air escape. So we're going to set this. It's going to cook for 15 minutes. It's going to come back. We're going to put our filling into our pie crust, which is going to be our sweet potatoes. So bear with me. People don't know why I poked the holes in the bottom of the pie crust. Is because if you don't, when you bake that pie crust, it's going to bubble up because there'll be air in between the pan and the pie crust, and it'll make your pie crust lumpy, and your pie will be all uneven. So you always want to poke holes in there if you're going to blind bake it. So just, that's a tip. So just keep that in the back of your head. So stick with me. We'll be right back. So we are back. So I have my sweet potatoes in my mixer. I put my softened 1/2 stick of butter in there, and now we're going to turn on our mixer so we can start incorporating. You want to use the beater head on your mixer so it'll pull the strings out of the sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes can be stringy. You don't want those strings in your sweet potato pie. So we're going to incorporate this. Let it beat. Incorporate our eggs. We have 2 eggs here. That's what's going to help bind our pie. Put those in one at a time. So you see everything start to come together. Okay, so I just incorporated my brown sugar and my white sugar. And now we're going to put our spices, which is going to be our nutmeg, cinnamon, and then our salt. We're going to put that in there. Okay, so we're mixing it. We put everything in here. We're mixing this up. So the last step that we're going to do now is we're going to put in our evaporated milk. And you might say, why add evaporated milk? It's going to give us that creamy texture that you get from a sweet potato pie. Okay, so at this point, your batter should be good. So we're going to turn this off, okay? Our pie crust is done. We're going to take that out now. So as I said before, this is our pie crust. I poked the holes, I blind baked it. So it's not all the way done. We're going to let this cool off a few minutes, and then we're going to put our filling in it. You can't put your pie crust in there hot, your filling in there hot, because it won't do right. We'll let it cool for a couple minutes, and then we're going to dump our filling for our sweet potato pie in here, and we're going to throw them back in the oven and let them cook for about 45 minutes, and then we should have some delicious sweet potato pie. So stay tuned. Oh, we didn't, you know what we didn't put in there? We didn't put our vanilla in. Okay, so I missed a step, so we got to go back. Got to add our vanilla in there, or our sweet potato pie wouldn't taste like nothing. Wouldn't have that good flavor. So I put a teaspoon of vanilla in there, and then we're going to mix it. To fill our pie crust. So we're going to take our so you're going to fill up your shells with your sweet potato mixture. You want to fill it up as far as you can fill them up. Nobody wants to get a piece of sweet potato pie and look like they eating a piece of cardboard. It'd be like, nobody want to come to your house no more. Oven is preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to set our timer for 45 minutes. Pies are filled. I'm going to slide them into the oven. And we're going to set it and forget it. We're going to come back and we're going to see how our pies look. So stay tuned. Okay, so our sweet potato pies are done. That's how your sweet potato pies should look. We're going to take them out and let them cool. Okay, so our sweet potato pies are all finished, nice and brown out of the oven. Here you have it. Sweet potato pies done the soulful Lisa Jackson way. Have a great holiday.